Hi guys, right, today I'm going to be showing you how I deal with sunburnt and faded paint, in this case on a wheel arch, but the same method can be used anywhere. I'll be doing this repair using just aerosol spray paint. The paint on this wheel arch has seen better days. After years of exposure to the sun and its UV rays, it started to fade. I think I can make this as good as new. So, what is needed to fix this? First up, I've got some sandpaper in various grades, soapy water in a spray bottle, panel wipe or pre-paint, masking tape, some masking paper or newspaper, a sheet to protect the wheel, a heat gun or hairdryer, aerosol paint in the correct colour, aerosol clear coat lacquer, a machine polisher, and finally some cutting compound. First up is to flat the area using some sandpaper and some soapy water. In this case I'm using 1200 grit to achieve a uniform dull finish. I'll lightly sand and key up the whole panel as I intend to fade the new paint into the healthy existing paint. Afterwards, any remaining dull areas will be sorted out at the final flatting and polishing stage. The point of this first sanding stage is to give me a flat uniform surface to which I can apply the new paint. After a quick wipe down, I will clean the panel and surrounding areas with panel wipe ahead of masking up, which comes next. With that first stage done, the panel probably looks a little worse than when I started, but that's exactly what I'm looking for, a dull, uniform, flat finish, ready for paint. Now it's time to mask up the surrounding area, so that the paint and lacquer doesn't go anywhere I don't want it to. I'll mask all the way around the top of this arch, so that I can respray the top portion and fade the paint out gradually on the lower part. As mentioned, I'm not worried if the new paint doesn't cover all of the dull, keyed up area lower down the panel, as the original paint here was in good condition and any dullness I have caused will be removed during the polishing stage. If you don't have dedicated masking paper, not to worry, newspaper works just as well. It's important that I clean the area again, as the grease from my hands could have easily contaminated the area during masking. You'll notice that in this instance I am not using primer. That is because I've keyed up the existing paint and I'm simply using that as a base for the new colour coat. I use my heat gun not only to gently preheat the area to be painted, but also keep the panel warm between coats. This is because I'm not working in a dedicated spray booth and the cold and damp conditions can cause lots of problems when laying down paint if not kept in check. This is what the panel looks like after applying the colour, a nice uniform shade with no striping or paint runs. Perfect. Before I apply the clear coat, it's the same procedure. Clean it off and warm it up. The approach I use when applying clear coat is to lay down several dusty coats to cover the desired area, keeping the panel warm in between coats before finally applying 2 to 3 wet coats, which will give me the deep glossy finish that I'm after. As with the colour coat, I'm fading the clear coat layer down the panel beyond where the original damaged area was. Once dry, any remaining dusty clear coat will be dealt with in the next step. This is what the clear coat layer looks like once dry. Not a bad finish straight from the can. You'll notice where the new clear transitions from glossy to dusty lower down the panel. Time to give it a uniform shine. In this step, I wet flat the new clear coat and surrounding area. I first used 1200 grit sandpaper, followed by a superfine 2500 grit. And just like that, the brand new glossy clear coat is dull again. But no worries, this is exactly what I'm looking for. The reason for the final wet flatting stage is to once more bring a uniform finish to the entire panel, this time in preparation for machine polishing using some fine cutting compound, followed by a quick top polish. And that's it, one fresh, glossy arch as good as new. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I'm new to YouTube and your support would be greatly appreciated.